appointed as the head coach of Uganda Cranes on interim basis, and also Fred Muhumuza is the guy who is going to assist him. Not only that one, the summon squad for the Cranes against the game of Mali has already been revealed, and we are seeing some of the unusual names already appearing in the list. Not only that one, match day 3 of StarTimes FIFA Big League officially starts today, and today we have one game on the card between Police FC as they will be tussling it out with the team that's in Ndejje University. The other games will return over the weekend on Sunday and also on Monday, and match day 3 of the ongoing StarTimes FIFA Big League will actually conclude on Tuesday. Not only that one, ongoing University League, the tension is too much. As I talk right now, today is already 5th of October. I think we have been singing this one for several times. Our own university that's based in West Nile, I'm actually talking about Muni University. It's particularly located in Arua City. As I talk right now, they're already that side of Chiambogo to take in their match day 2 as far as the ongoing University League is concerned. We'll also be giving a vivid analysis about that one, and also international. A lot of actions continues to happen in European night. UEFA Champions League match day 2 actually concluded yesterday with Barcelona having that one narrow win over the team of Porto. That wasn't the only game that was played in UEFA Champions League. Yesterday night we had around 8 games that was played in UEFA Champions League, and equally European night also continues tonight. Liverpool will be taking on Union Saint-Gilloise, a team that comes from Belgium. West Ham will actually be in action. Also in UEFA Conference League, the team of Aston Villa will also be playing, and also a very tough encounter for the team of Brighton and Hove Albion as they will be tussling it out with the team of Olympique de Marseille. Panathinaikos, a team that comes from Greece alongside Olympiacos, the pro teams like Rennes. You talk about AS Roma, they will be playing UEFA Champions League, rather the second tier of European football, UEFA Europa League. I will be giving you the fixtures in the second stanza of the show. Let's first kick start with what is happening within the country, and we actually start with the ongoing University League. As I just said, today the game is kick-starting at 9 p.m., not 9 rather, at 3 p.m. as we're having a game between the university, that's Muni University. They are traveling away to Chiambogo University. Remember, these universities, of course, they have been pitted in Group C, and the universities are Muni University. We have got Chiambogo University. Makerere is in the list, not forgetting about Ndejje University. They have been pitted in Group C. And if you take a look at how these universities they performed in match day 1, Muni University of course hosted Ndejje University here at home, and they were able to play a barren draw with the side of Ndejje University. And then on the other side, it was Makerere University that edged out Chiambogo University in the other game, and Makerere University actually they have played the second game. We saw them beating the team of Ndejje University, and also the team that's Chiambogo University. This is their second game in that group, and they will be tussling it out with the University of Muni. Equally, it's also the second game for the University of Muni. And if you take a look at the table standing in that group, on top as I talk right now is Makerere University. They are having 6 points because they have managed to win the 2 games they have played in their group, beating that's Chiambogo and Ndejje, as I said. And the second university actually on the log is Muni University. They have played only 1 game with a draw. And the third university actually on the log is now Makerere University. The last team on the log is actually Ndejje University. That means if Chiambogo ends up beating Muni University, they will go second in that group. And if Muni University maybe beats Chiambogo University, they will still maintain their position in that group. They will still be the second team. And in case the game ends up in a barren draw, maybe a draw, and if the game produces a draw, still the table standing will remain. Remember, in every group there are 4 universities, whereby the 2 will proceed to the next round, and of course the last 2 will have to come back. And as being a West Nile, we are all rallying behind the university, that's Muni. The game is today. I want to repeat it again. The kickoff time is actually at 3 p.m. Muni University, this time they are not at home, not at Arua City, not at Muni NTC playground, but they have traveled away to that Kampala. That is the biggest update I can give you as far as the game between Muni University and Kyambogo University is concerned. And not only that game, some games have already been played, and the biggest scoreline so far has been that one between Uganda Christian University and University of Kisubi. This game actually was played on Tuesday, and we saw the team of Uganda Christian University running riot over Kisubi, demolishing them by 7-1. So far, that is the biggest score line that has been registered in the ongoing university league in the country. And I want to repeat it again, just highlights to you. The defending champions still is Uganda Martyrs University, and they have started it very well. They have already played 2 games in their group, winning them all. The first one, they won it by 3-1. The recent one, it was a 2-1 win for the University of Uganda Martyrs. And also the runners-up, that's St. Lawrence University, they also started it very well. So these are the updates we can give you as far as the ongoing university league is concerned. Tomorrow we'll be in person to give you the analysis of how the game between University and Kyambogo University have gone tomorrow. Don't miss the show. As me, Owen, not forgetting about Susie Linda, will still be in the same studio to give you the analysis of these games. Leaving that one there, this time let's take a look at another story. Actually, we are taking our angle to what is taking place at the camp of Calvary, Medigo Calvary. Remember, this is a club that comes from Yumbe district. Yumbe district is actually a district that is located in West Nile. And the biggest club actually coming from that side is Calvary Football Club, and their home ground is called Medigo Primary Playground. And a lot of teams are coming that side, but Calvary Football Club still remains the biggest team side of Yumbe. Why am I actually talking about the team at the moment? You see that they seal the qualification to the top tier of Ugandan football. Normally, when you hear us, when you see us talking about the top tier of Ugandan football, don't get confused of that term. We're actually talking about the StarTimes Uganda Premier League, or as Uganda Premier League. Remember, the last 2 seasons, they have actually been playing in the second tier of Ugandan football. That's the FUFA Big League, where, of course, they have managed to proceed to the top tier of Ugandan football. This time, they have started it on a high gear, already playing 2 games in the new season of the StarTimes FUFA Big League. The first game actually they played, it was against Tigezi home games. Tigezi homeboys rather, they won that game. The recent game actually they played over the weekend was against also a newly promoted side called Young Elephant. They also managed to beat the side by 1-0. Now, if you take a look at the table standing, they sit somewhere on top of the log as far as the ongoing season of the StarTimes FUFA Big League is concerned, because of the form they have put in the last 2 games they have played. They now have a feeling, the hope is there, the positive mentality is there. They think they are capable of making it to the StarTimes Uganda Premier League next season, and it may happen if the ambition is there, if the energy is there, if the momentum is there. I think they can be able to do it. The last 2 games they have played is already an example, a positive example that they can be able to do it. And I can give you an example with some of the teams we have in here in the region of West Nile. Arua Hill Sports Club came to that StarTimes FUFA Big League before they were actually rebranded as Arua Hill Sports Club. I remember the club, of course, was called Doves. They spent so many seasons in the second tier of Ugandan football before actually they had to earn the promotion to StarTimes Uganda Premier League. As I said, this is the 3rd consecutive season for the team of Calvary to play in StarTimes FUFA Big League. The first one, they maintained themselves in the league. The second one, they thought that they were going to do it, which they failed. Now this is the 3rd one. Everyone, every fan, technical team, you talk about the players, the supporters, this time they have in the positive mentality that the team can now be able to seal the qualification to the StarTimes Uganda Premier League. And they have signed a couple of good players. Some of the players they have ever featured in StarTimes Uganda Premier League, you talk about Dickens Okwi, one of the best players, I should say, that is at the camp of Calvary with the experience. And I've always been saying this one, and I want to repeat it again because I love always repeating my words, more especially if the word can generate something, more especially if the statement can generate something. You take a look at some of these teams that have earned the promotion to StarTimes Uganda Premier League. It does not come in an easy way. You always see them spotting players, picking players from some of the teams that are playing in StarTimes Uganda Premier League. These players, of course, they will provide the energy in that particular club. At the end, they will combine very well with the rest of the players the team has been having previously. And after making that combination, you will see the team playing a very good football. At the end, you will see them coming up with the achievement, the goal, the mission, the objective they had set. I can give you an example with the Mbarara City. Mbarara City, they went for some of the experienced players. That's why we have seen them going back to the UPL. And you also talk about Sempiji. Sempiji, this is the coach who guided Mbarara City to the UPL last season. And Zinzanof United, after realizing that this is a coach that is having the blessings of taking teams into the StarTimes Uganda Premier League, they acquired his services with some of the teams, with some of the players, as I said, that have ever featured in some of for some of these UPL clubs. But they have played 2 games already. It has not been a good one for the team of Zinzanof United, but we still have got a couple of games to be played in the ongoing season of the StarTimes FUFA Big League. Zinzanof United, they have an experienced coach with so many experienced players. The same thing also applies to the team of Lugazi. But as I said, the season has just started. The journey actually has already started. If it has not started so well for you, that means you need to go back, rectify, work on some few issues such that you can pick the form. But for Calvary, they are now hopeful that they can make it to StarTimes Uganda Premier League come next season. Can they be able to do it? But with what they have already put on the table in the last 2 games they have played, I think they are capable of doing that one. That's what I can tell you as far as the update, the hope coming from the camp of Calvary is concerned. Leaving that one there, this time we are taking our trip to another one, and we are still discussing about StarTimes FUFA Big League. Though Calvary is a FUFA Big League material, but we are looking at a different angle. This time we are also taking our focus to another angle, and we are talking about the upcoming games in StarTimes FUFA Big League. Actually, match day 3 returns today. Today we are actually having 1 game to be played, and on Sunday we are having around 4 games to be played, and match day 3 will still continue next week on Monday. As Uhuru Independence will be taking place, still will be having a game to be played, and the match day 3 actually will conclude next week on Tuesday, and that one will be the 10th of this particular month, and the year still remains 2023. But let's first take a look at the game to be played today. Today there is a game between Police FC and the team that's in Ndejje University. Ndejje University, if you take a look at how actually they have been performing in the last 2 games they have played, ever since the season bounced back, they have actually not been performing very well. Playing 2 games, picking defeats in all those games. I remember the first game actually they played, it was up against Karo Karunzi, which they lost by 4 goals to 3. The second game they also lost in it. And you take a look at Police FC, they have actually been doing extremely very well. That's why we are seeing them sitting second on the log in StarTimes FUFA Big League. And today they are having a tough game up against Ndejje University. The issue here is, can they be able to win the game, is actually what we are looking at on the side of Police FC. Meanwhile, on the side of Ndejje FC, the supporters, the fans, the technical team, not forgetting about the players, they are also waiting to see if the team can be able to put something against a stubborn Police FC. Remember, they are traveling away to Kavumbari Recreational Center. That is the home ground for the team of Police, and they are also very well that they also know very well that they have actually not been performing very well, and they are coming up against a team that is performing very well. Actually, people have expected that Police this time they could earn the promotion back to the StarTimes Uganda Premier League. Can they also be able to do it? Is actually what we are waiting to. And they will judge everything at the end of the season. And remember, last season this is a team that came close to earn the promotion to UPL, but they failed and they trailed some points. That's behind the team of FC. But this time they have started it very well. The first game they played, I think it was against Young Elephant, which they won towards the closing edges of the game. The recent game, they were also able to win it. That's a Police FC. And based on their performance last season, that might be the reason as to why so many people are saying that this season the priority team, the favorites to earn the promotion to Star Times Uganda Premier League is actually Police FC. Then the rest will follow. But it has also started very well for them, like how it has started for the team of Calvary. We are watching the space closely. In case they happen to beat the team that's in Ndejje University, it will take them to that's 9 points. They will go on top of the log. That's ahead of Calvary by 3 points, because Calvary, as I said, they are playing their game on Sunday. And in Ndejje University, in case they win it, it will move them out of the red carpet, that's out of the relegation zone. And also, let me flash back, taking a look at how the table ended last season. Ndejje survived the relegation narrowly. They were almost going to the regional league. Tell you, the game is actually today, and it is kickstarting at 4 p.m. the game between Police FC and Ndejje University. Ndejje, this time they are not the home side. Person send that to take on Darcy Cops. Cops, I am talking about Police. And still more of the games shall bounce back on Sunday, where we will be witnessing so many games to be played. And one big game actually I don't want to leave out is the game between the team that's Caterpillars on the Parka Football Club up against the Kataka. And as I said, Calvary, of course, they will be welcoming the side that's Lugazi FC. And there will be a game between Tsetume FC and the team that's Young Elephant. And I did say the next week on Monday we having one game to be played, Mbale Heroes, after the Independence Day celebration. Whereas that might be the way how they will celebrate it, and they will take on Karo Karunzi. Karo Karunzi is actually the team for my producer, that's Jonathan Opak. And on Tuesday, one game to be played, and this game actually will conclude match day 3 of the Star Times FUFA Big League, and it will be a game between Chinda Boys and Chigezi Home Boys. Let's take a look at some of the selected fixtures to be played on Sunday, because I've already talked about the game between Police FC and Ndejje University, which I don't want to go back for it because it will appear repetitive. Let me start by giving you something little about the game between Lugazi FC and the team that's Calvary. Yeah, Calvary is performing very well. We are all aware of that. But you take a look at this team that's Lugazi. Lugazi, they are also not performing very well. The last 2 games they have played, it has been something difficult for them. But Calvary, still they will want to maintain their 100% start to the season. But Lugazi, this time they will want to put something. If the worst comes to worst, maybe a point up against the team of Calvary. Calvary knows that Lugazi is a stubborn side, as well as vis-a-vis the team of Lugazi also knows that Calvary is a tough side. So it's going to be a tense game, a game full of tension between the two sides. A team that has never picked a point will want to do it this time, and the team that is maintaining that is on top of the log will also want to maintain the log. That is the brief highlights I can give you as far as the game between Calvary and Lugazi is concerned. Lugazi is also a kind of a team that has nurtured so many talents, and the best example I can give you is Ogwet. This is Ogwet is actually a player whom the team of Bull FC signed from the team of Lugazi FC. Actually was the second top scorer last season in Star Times FUFA Big League. But Lugazi up against Calvary is not going to be an easy one. Another tense game is actually between the Caterpillars on the Paraka Football Club, as they will be tussling it out with Kataka. Kataka is a team that comes from Mbale City, and it has been something very difficult for teams that are coming from the side of West Nile to go there and pick even a mere point. And also Kataka, the last 2 games they have actually played, remember they opened their campaign with a draw up against their arch rivals. It was a derby between Kataka and Mbale Heroes. That game ended in a draw, and the recent game they actually played was against the team of Blacks Power. Blacks Power, just like the Caterpillars, they are fresh from the Star Times Uganda Premier League. They were relegated last season, and they beat Blacks Power in the second game they played. That means in total they are now having 4 points. Meanwhile, for the team on the Paraka Football Club, out of the 2 games they have so far played, they have picked 1 defeat at the open of the season. That narrow defeat, edging result, they had into the hands of the team that's Blacks Power. was a defeat on their side, and they recollected themselves. They bounced back from that defeat and beating the team of Chetume by 3-1. It's going to be their third fixture of the season. On the Paraka Football Club, remember, eyes also fixed on them. Some people also eyeing them to see that they get back to where they belong. Meanwhile, Kataka, having started the season very well, they also want to prove something against the team of Onduparaka, and already having that good background of history against the teams that are coming from West Nile. And the game between Onduparaka Football Club and the team of Kataka will again be on Sunday. And Mbale Heroes up against Karo Karunzi. Karo Karunzi, they are performing very well, and you take a look at the Mbale Heroes. They are having mixed results. On Tuesday, Tinda Boys actually will be tussling it out with the team of Tigezi Homeboys. Tigezi Homeboys is a newly promoted side into StarTimes Uganda Premier League, as well as the team that's Tinda Boys, also a newly promoted side into StarTimes Uganda Premier League. Both sides are yet to pick maximum number of points in the ongoing season of the StarTimes FUFA Big League. We will do more discussions, analysis about these games maybe in the upcoming days. Let's leave that one there. Let's discuss something national, more special about Molly Bieke. So this guy, this tactician official, has been appointed as the head coach of Uganda Cranes, but not permanently, but on interim basis. And he's going to be assisted by Freddie Mukumza. Fred Mukumza is actually also the head coach of URA, and he is also working as a head coach of URA on interim basis. Meanwhile, speaking something about history, CV, profile about Molly Bieke. So Molly Bieke, so currently he is the assistant coach of Das Sports Club Villa, assisting Das Stojanovic. Remember, of late we have seen most of the big clubs we have in Ugandan football going for foreign coaches. For KCA, they decided to go for Das Tragwili. Meanwhile, Sports Club Villa is having Stojanovic, the Serbian to their name, and Molly Bieke so is their assistant. And FUFA has clearly nominated him named him as the head coach of Uganda Cranes on interim basis. Remember, their head coach, that's Mito Serdovic, was sacked because he could not earn a slot for the country in the upcoming African Cup of Nations that shall be hosted by Ivory Coast next year, starting from January up to February. Because of that, he was sacked, finishing third in that group. Finishing behind Algeria that topped the table, Tanzania finishing second. I remember Uganda finished third, and the rock bottom country by then was Niger, and he was sacked. And all along these days, Uganda, of course, has been without a head coach. And remember, they are having friendly matches coming ahead of them, and the hugest part of it is, of course, the World Cup qualifiers, where they also pitted in group of death alongside countries like Burkina Faso, Mozambique, also again the Desert Foxes, that's Algeria. Now Uganda feels that since the World Cup qualifiers are starting next month, that's in November, that means we are only some few weeks away for the kickstart of the World Cup qualifiers. We have already missed in AFCON. This time we need to do something again. We need to do something in the biggest tournament we have in the whole world, that's the World Cup. Now Uganda feels they cannot continue to do everything with the post of a head coach being vacant like that. That's why they have gone for that Molly Bieke. So, and as I said, he is going to be assisted by Freddie Mukumza, the head coach of URA on interim basis. It's not the first time Molly Bieke is working for national team. I remember very well, I know some of the viewers can also be able to remember flashback in 2021. This was the head coach for Uganda Hippos. When we talk about Uganda Hippos, you know that we are actually talking about under 21 side of Uganda. He guided them to the finals of AFCON, and by then I remember very well, we lost in the finals. It was into the hands of Ghana. That is the brief history CV I can give you as far as Molly Biake's role with the national team of Uganda is concerned. Plus the other technical team members he will be working with. And also at the same time, immediately after his appointment, FUFA and him, the rest of the technical members, they have also summoned the provisional squad for the game against Mali. Remember, on 13th of this particular month. It will be on a Thursday. In simple term, I should say the upcoming the Thursday of next week. I should say it like that in simple English. That's when Mali, of course, will be taking on the country, that's Uganda. It's not AFCON qualifiers, it's not World Cup qualifiers, but it's a build-up match, a friendly match ahead of the biggest contest, that's World Cup qualifiers. This game will take place on 13th of this month, and also after that, Uganda will also have another friendly match up against Zambia. They will first play Mali. After Mali, they will play Zambia. And according to the report, the game between Uganda and Zambia will actually take place in United Arab Emirates. But we are following the story whether it will still be that side as the venue is going to be changed. That's what I can tell you as far as the update coming from the camp of Uganda Cranes concerned. But before we go for the break, the provisional squad, which I mentioned as a highlight, has already been summoned, and we are seeing some unusual names into the squad. And also Amaku Fred, the striker for Maroons, and he has so far netted 3 goals out of the 3 games he has so far played in the Star Times Uganda Premier League. I remember the recent one was firing a brace over the team of Kasasiro Boys. He's one of the new players that of course have been submitted into the squad of Cranes. But the problem is, we have ever been observing this one, and me personally, I have also been observing this one. When it comes to the submission of the provisional squad like this, you will see the players being submitted on merit. But when it comes to the submission of the 23-man squad, or as the final squad, or as the final players, you will see FUFA, or as the technical team, or as the head coach, forgetting about these players who have earlier on, or as who had earlier on been submitted on merit. You wait and see the player. Right now, I should say his name, of course, has been submitted on merit. That's Amaku Fred, because it's not an easy thing in African football, playing 3 games and scoring 3 goals. Right now, we can say, yeah, he has been submitted. His name has been submitted on merit. You wait and see when we shall be left with some few days for the kickoff of the game between Mali and Uganda. You will see some of these names not appearing in the 23-man squad. Now I am praying that since they have been submitted on merit, it will continue until the federation will also be coming up with the 23-man squad. We will do more discussion about that one tomorrow with Owen Ezaga, not forget